Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. Getting back to our little subdivision. So our subdivision defenders have put up some more wire, more fencing, whatever they could scrounge up, and they have a perimeter built around their little section of the subdivision. They've also gone ahead in its worst case event and they've set up inside some of the homes positions. They've knocked in gun ports and they're positioned in a pretty good perimeter. I'm the bad guy, I'm the marauder, but I might not have any skills, I might just be ruthless. So what I'm going to do is bring my gang and I could just storm you guys, and by pure mass, pure firepower, pure ruthlessness, I could try to get into your facilities. Now, you have these positions around your perimeter. You might not have enough people to man all these positions, but at least you have those positions there, so if you are an attack from the north, you have positions where people can funnel in. Remember, you cannot assign all of your people to be on the perimeter. You have to keep a reserve force. That reserve force could be like your QRF force, but it's your reserve force. So if you are attacked, you take your reserve people and you send them to the perimeter where it's trying to be breached. If you fail to have a reserve unit, remember, you could have 20 guys going against 2 guys. You know what's going to win. Even in the defense, you're not going to be able to withhold. You'll be able to hopefully slow them down so your reserve element in your community can move into position and keep your wire from being breached. But I'm the bad guy and I have some skill sets. Let's hypothetically say I've been in the military. I'm not SF, I'm not Ranger, I'm just a conventional ground pounder that knew a little bit of skills, and I'm going to rely on those skills. So first thing I'm going to do as the bad guy, I'm going to send a recon team in and I'm going to put you under observation. I'm not going to do anything without knowing what I'm going to do. So what is my objective in the recon element? And there's some elements here. I've broken this down to make it very easy for you, just to simplify. First, I'm going to attack you as a marauder, so first I'm going to have a recon, movement to the objective. I might be way back here, I have to move up to the objective. I'm not going to cover too much on movement to the objective on this time. Next, I'm going to isolate the objective. I'm going to seize a foothold, and then I'm going to exploit that foothold to my benefit. Alright, so first, recon. I'm sending guys out here. All they're doing here is putting you under observation. They're not to make any contact. Exact opposite. No contact needed. So what are we doing? We are reconning the objective. What do we want to take? This is what we want to take. We want to take your subdivision from you. Also, these guys are looking for enemy positions because they know you've built up a defense. So we got to find your enemy positions, because my whole plan to assault your suburban area, I have to know where your enemy positions are. I have to know where you're set up to stop me. Also, my recon guys have got to find the obstacles, because I might need to bring certain equipment with me. If you got a lot of wire, I might need to be able to cut that. I need to bring what I need to get through your obstacle, and I have to know where they are, because you are trying to set those obstacles up. I'm not going to cover obstacles right now, I've covered them before. I don't want to be maneuvered, but you can put obstacles to move me into your kill zone. I want to know where those kill zones are. If you know what you're doing, I can look at this subdivision and I can look at where you're trying to position me in your kill zone, and I don't want to go there. That's the last thing I want to do. Next, my recon guys, they are looking for weak spots. Where is your weakest spot? I don't want to attack your strongest spot with the best bunker, and all those guys in that bunker are armed with semi-automatics. I want to attack your weakest spot. Also, I could assign my recon guys to recon this and then to cover the whole perimeter, or I could just say, 4 guys, you're going to cover north, south, east, and west. You're going to set up and you're going to draw pictures. You're going to observe. You're going to take accurate notes. So I can make a plan, because I'm a bad guy, but I don't want my guys to get killed. I want to take your facility so I can steal all your food and water and everything else that you have in there. So I've done my recon. My recon guys are back, and I'm coming up with a plan. I want to take this facility. I want to take your place. So, next, I need to isolate your objective, and I want to pick a place where I'm going to attack you. I got to find that place. I'm not going to send all my guys around here and then all of them attack at once. I mean, you could if you're an amateur, but I don't want to do that. I don't have the manpower to do that. Plus, why would I want to attack everywhere? I want to attack one spot because my goal is to get a foothold in here. If I can grab a foothold inside your perimeter, then I can follow up with taking the whole objective. So I need to find a spot where I can set in my support element or support by fire. Where can I set up a support by fire position so my breach team can breach the wire, breach the building? Remember, you might have this building here and you think that your place is secure. I can punch a hole in that. I could drive a vehicle squarely into that, back out of that hole if it's a big truck, and I just breached. I didn't touch your wire, but I touched inside your building. So remember that. Even if you're in the city, you might think, well, I got a wall between me and them. No, somebody can pop a hole in that wall so quick and enter, and if you're not planning on that, you're going to fail as a defender. So I have decided, for whatever reason, and really because I don't have any other room on the board, I'm going to set my support element up here. So my guys are set up because I want to breach right here. I got to breach right here. That's the weakest spot of your wire, and I think I can grab this building right here and gain a foothold, and then from that foothold move out and take the whole objective. So that is my support element right here. Now I'm going to have two other elements. I got to have a breaching element. Their purpose, their whole objective, everything they're going to do at first is to breach the wire. You can breach the wire, you can breach the building. Let's hypothetically say we're going to breach this wire here. Their only job is to breach the wire. So they're going to come in and try to breach. So if you can see these guys here, they're trying to suppress. So let's hypothetically say they're shooting, trying to suppress this bunker position with a person in there. If there's only one person in there, guess what? I should be able to suppress them, even they're in a bunker. So I need to breach this wire here, or I might want to breach this building. Let's say we're going to breach this building here. My breachers are going to come forward and going to try to breach that wire. Now we have a very fine line between the support element, the breaching element, that we don't shoot our own bad guys. You can see that. So you clearly have to put it. At some point, you might have to shift fire. Instead of shooting into where you want, you're going to shift fire. The thing with this does is if that guy's in that bunker, he is still going to hear rounds. They might not be impacting his bunker, but he's still going to hear them, and he's still going to be down, not having the time to place well-aimed shots on these guys trying to breach the wire. I'm trying to do this quickly because you might be smart as a defender and you have 5 guys that can respond immediately to this corner. So my thing is try to keep you from reinforcing this position. If you can position that support by fire where guys cannot run up, because if they're running up, my support by fire is shooting at them, that's what I want to do. I want to keep you from reinforcing that position. Prevent reinforcement. Also, give these breach guys a time to cut the wire, knock a hole in the building. After we knock a hole in the building, my assault element is coming through. The assault element is going to come through rapidly and take this building. Now, when I take this building, those guys that just helped me breach will have another objective. They might immediately, those guys might become a support by fire element. These guys will then might be able to move, or they still might be able to support the mission by where they are by shooting at other targets. Or they might be able to move, or 2 of them move. So now I got what I wanted. My whole first step was I got a foothold into your community. Now, if you have no ability to send reinforcements because you put every defender on the perimeter, now you got a problem. Because in your head you have to say, maybe this is a diversion. maybe they're just shooting my building up to cause me to send my reserve element, and they're going to hit me on another side. Yes, you have to figure it out, and the only way really to figure that out is with experience and to know, hey, this is not just a harassment. They're trying to penetrate our defenses here. All right, I've gained entrance into your community. I'm in this building. Now I'm going to set up a support by fire, and I'm going to continue my leapfrogging through your subdivision until I take your subdivision. This is very quick, very brief, just something to get your head around. So this is a few things I want you to remember. The bad guy's going to recon your area. He does have to move up to the objective. So if you got LPOPs out far enough, guess what? Those LPOPs are going to catch that movement to the objective, and that's what the purpose is, to give you more time to react. Next, they're going to isolate that objective. They're going to isolate where they're going to try to seize a foothold. They need to get into this facility. As soon as they seize a foothold, they're going to exploit it with penetrating further in. I hope this helps. So, the bad guy's going to send a support element that's going to support by fire. He's going to put a ton of round into your area. He's going to put rounds in so you can't reinforce them. He's going to have a breach element that's purpose is solely immediately breach the wire, breach the building. Next is a follow-up immediately by the assault force that's going to penetrate into your community. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.